Today we're going to discuss our video now. This is over the contact jump mat in Sarah. So an introduction on the contact jump mat. It's 27 by 27 inches. It's made of a thin, flexible material. So this is really nice because it's able to be transported from one location to another location very easily. This measures multiple things in regards to a 1 jump, 4 jump, and 60 jump. Some of these things include height, hang time, average contact time, and then for the 60 jump, it can calculate fatigue factor in between your first 15 jumps and then comparing that to your last 15 jumps of the 60 jumps. So an introduction on Sarah. So Sarah is a senior volleyball player at the University of Dayton. She has 3 years of collegiate strength and conditioning training. Sarah is very strong. She's able to squat and deadlift more than 2 times her body weight, which is a very good thing. When we use the contact jump mat for Sarah, for 4 jumps, her reactive strength index is 1.75, and then her ground contact time for the 4 jumps was 0.25 seconds. So the problematic area for Sarah is her vertical jump. So we can calculate her vertical jump by using the equation RSI equals jump height divided by ground contact time. So we know that her RSI is 1.75, so we equal that to her jump height divided by her ground contact time, which is 0.25 seconds. So essentially that's 1.75 times 2.5 equals her jump height. So that gives us 0.4357 meters or 17.22 inches, which is better to use that conversion because usually that's how you discuss somebody's vertical is in inches. So we know that we want to increase Sarah's vertical jump because that's where her problem is. We know that vertical jumps can be increased by using plyometrics. So in an article that I found, they put volleyball players through a 6-week plyometric program. This plyometric program focused on core and lower body. The goal was to increase explosive strength. So if you look to the left, here is the breakdown of the training program for the first week all the way through the 6th week. So for Sarah, this is something that we could use. Obviously, some common errors that would come along with these exercises would be that she's using longer rest periods than recommended. So if you look, obviously it says the rest in between exercises is 2 to 3 minutes. So we want to make sure that she's in that range. Improper landing when she's doing bunny hops, lateral over cones, depth jumps, jump and reach, or squat jumps. So cues for this is just balance. You want to make sure that she's in an athletic position, maintaining balance throughout these landing mechanics, etc. We also want to make sure that there's no valgus or varus of the knees, so her knees aren't going inwards or outwards. Another thing that we want to make sure that Sarah's not doing as an error is just for her chest passes and side throws, that she's not just throwing them all up her body. You know, we want to create that momentum. She wants to step to throw. This will step into it essentially as a cue that you could give her. This is going to build momentum, and then she's going to be able to throw that ball with more power and force. Another thing we'd want to tell Sarah is kind of quick feet. This can be used for her bunny hops, single leg hops, and then once again, single leg hopping, hurdle hops, etc. So for Sarah's exercise prescription and cues continued, we want to do lower body lifts. So squat, this can include just back squat, split squat, so that we're getting that unilateral and bilateral lifts in, because we know that as an outside hitter, you know, many times she's going to have to go up on one leg to be able to spike the ball down or to block a hit that's coming towards her. The load that we want is about 50% of her 1 rep max. The sets and reps are going to be 3 to 4 sets of 3 to 5 reps. And the goal of this is to increase the speed of the lifts. Sarah's obviously very strong already, so we don't need to worry about that. We just really want to increase her speed as she's doing these lifts because that's going to increase her power and force and then thus increasing her vertical jump. So we want to make sure that when Sarah is performing these lifts, we tell her cues such as quick, explode through. Increasing the speed of the lifts is going to activate type 2 muscle fibers, which is a good thing because then it'll increase the force production that Sarah's having. And force production, as that increases, then we know that her vertical jump is going to increase as well. Another article that I looked at discussed how the stronger someone is, the more increased their vertical jump was compared to people's other athletes' vertical jumps who were weaker. So we know that Sarah's strong and we want to make sure that we maintain that strength while increasing the speed. So we still want her lifting. We still want her moving weight. We just want her moving that weight faster. And then once again, here's a Google form. There's just 2 questions attached to it. I'll attach the link to our forum where we turn this in so that you guys can answer the 2 questions.